Hey guys, today we're going to create a systemd service. So take a look over here and you'll see first thing, notice I'm logged in as root. Now, first thing we're going to do is we're going to actually create a script for our service that's going to run, and then we're going to create the systemd configuration. So let's just edit this real quick. We're going to edit something in USR local bin test1. So that's a good location for a service. So let's go ahead and edit that. If you want to know where you can copy and paste the same stuff, check the link in the description to find a link to my notes that I'm copying and pasting out of. So paste this in here and make sure this is at the top of the file. So this is just a bash script, and I'm going to get rid of that. That's an extra character there. And we have a while loop. Now this is an infinite loop. So while, and this just returns as true because there's nothing there. So there's no real condition. It's just always true. So this is an infinite loop. This is the main loop for our script. And I actually don't need this yet. Didn't need to copy and paste that in yet. So we are going to, so it's going to say do, and it's just going to echo running. And it's going to say logger date, so it's going to put the date in there, and it's going to sleep for 10 seconds. So that's what our infinite loop script is going to do. So we're going to go ahead and, so it doesn't do much. It's like the hello world of daemons or services. So we're going to save that. So, and we are going to, this line I was supposed to copy and paste here. We're going to change the permissions on this. Remember to chmod it. So basically adding +X to make it executable. So now it can be executed. Now we are going to create a systemd service. So let's go ahead here and edit this file right here. Etsy systemd system test1.service. So this is also, we're naming it test1, just like our script there, and .service. So this is a location where we can define systemd services. And we're going to go ahead and copy paste this configuration in here. And this script, this service is going to run as root. So we're going to save that. And then we're going to go ahead and actually, I'm going to chmod this file here. So chmod, we're going to need 664. I'm going to run that on this guy right here. And then I'm going to run systemctl daemon reload like this. This is going to reload, tell systemd to reload all the information about the services on our system. So the effect of that, it's going to end up loading the stuff that was in this file, loading all that info into systemd. So systemd will know, it'll basically just refresh its information to pull in the information for the service we just defined, basically. So it's going to know that it's supposed to exist. And now we're going to say systemctl status test1, and we can see our service here. So we can see it is loaded, it's disabled, the preset would be enabled, and it is inactive or dead, so not running. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to enable it and then start it. So let's enable. So it's enabled, but it's not running yet. So let's start it. Now we run systemctl status, and there we go. We can see it's up and running. So our simple test service, it's enabled and it is now running. And you can see this is the process for it right here. So, and these are the latest things in the log file. So it'll give you like the last few lines in the log. So right there, it gives you this string right here running. That is the string from our script where it echoes. So our string does an infinite loop, always echoing every 10 seconds, the string running. So that shows us, that also tells us that it's running and it's outputting to the logs. Now, if we're going to run psef and grep for test1, and there we go. We see we see bash executing our script that we defined, and it's running as root. And this is the PID of the process, and this is the PPID, or the parent PID of the process. So it is 1. Now 1 is systemd. That is our init system on the system. So that's what's responsible for launching this service. Now, another thing we can do is we can cat the logs. Let's just cat the log, or we could tail the log too. Let's just cat it for now. All right, there we go. We can see our service keeps every 10 seconds. It keeps writing to the log file saying running, and gives us the date here. This is running, date, running. So every 10 seconds, see it's at 2:17:11, 2:17:21, 20:31, 41. Every 10 seconds, it just prints out running, exactly what we expect from our infinite while loop inside our bash script that we wrote. So there you go. Now we're going to go ahead and update this. So I'm going to update this. I'm going to try to update this to run as a non-root user. So let's go ahead and edit our script again. And let's see if this works, changing this while it's already installed. So I'm going to go ahead and remove all of that. And I'm going to go paste this in right here. So we have all our stuff here for our, and I should actually go through this one line at a time, just because it's a little bit more complicated. So before we had, I really should have talked about the config in the first place. So initially we had our unit, our service, and our install sections. So we have not changed the install section. This was originally there. In our service, originally it was simple in using exec start, just referencing our script. So the things I added was restart always and restart seconds. And so it's always going to restart if it gets killed or something. And the user is going to be prod user. So instead of root, we can specify prod user. And also adding after network has started up and after NSS lookup have started up. So this is only going to start after these services. So you can put some dependencies in here. So this service will only start after these services have started, and start limited interval seconds. Okay, so those things weren't there in the original. So, and check the link in the description if you want to be able to copy and paste the same thing, or you want a reference to this, right? So you don't want to just look at what I'm typing in the video and try to type it yourself. So I'm actually I don't have a prod user on my system. I'm just going to run this as user 1, right? So let's go ahead and save that and daemon reload it. And let's just check it first. Now it's running as a root, so that's not right. So we updated it and did a daemon reload. So let's go ahead and oops. All right, so let's just try stopping and starting it again. All right, let's check. So it's back up and running. Let's check the process. All right, there we go. It is now, instead of running as root, it is now running as user 1. So back before, we were running it after we updated it, right? And then we did the systemctl daemon reload. We saw it was still running as a root. Check the status, and we then stopped it, started it, checked the status, and we now did a psef grep for it, and we see it is running as user 1 instead of root. Here is the PID and the PPID. So the PPID is systemd. So systemd is running our service. Now, what would happen if we killed it? If we kill 50688, let's copy, paste that in. Let's kill it. Now, if we do this, it's still running, but notice the PID changed. Instead of 50688, it's 50715. So the PID changed, but it's still running, and it's still running as root. So basically we killed the process, and in that short time from killing it to checking it again, it's already been started right back up. So we killed it, systemd started it before we even had a chance to check that it's not running, and it's already been started right back up. So if you check the status, it is up and running. So yeah, that shows how systemd is managing it. You kill it, it starts right back up. And there you go. Hopefully that was useful. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions, comments, criticisms. If I did something wrong or left something out, leave a comment down below. And we were doing a lot more great tech stuff, doing a lot of coding, hardware, software, Linux stuff, Windows, Mac OS stuff, Raspberry Pis, networking, 3D printing, lots of great tech stuff you don't want to miss out on. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the little bell icon so you don't actually miss out on our new content we have coming out. And you might want to give me a thumbs up on this video. And that's about it for today. So as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys on that next video.